Throughout the retreat, I had a notebook that had a photograph of Ted on the front of it. And I kept constantly, as I was listening, trying to imagine what he would think of all this if he were here watching it. I think he really would have enjoyed the creative turbulence, I guess, that I think is reflected in the creative turbulence of the setting, the overthrust and the wind and the wild. I think he would have really enjoyed that people were actively banging around ideas about how to do their work better, how to tell better stories, how to marry conservation and journalism and science in one place.
I was really impressed, and I think that sort of the perceived gap between scientists and journalists that I guess was sort of implicit here is really not that big. I mean, I think when we get together and we talk and have a beer and, you know, we have a lot of common ground. Our objective is to get our science out there. Your objective is the same.
Science is incredibly complex and there's a lot of uncertainty. And I think as journalists, we tend to kind of want the certain answer. And so there are a lot of subtleties and nuances in science. And the better job we can do of communicating those, the better job we'll do of kind of covering science and really helping the public understand what science is.
I think the most valuable things for me in my selfish perspective from this is how there's no one out there who's just going to tell my story. I need to figure out how to do that. And I think that in meeting the journalists, I think I recognize that they're there to help, and I think they want to tell the story, but they need me to do it. It's my responsibility to establish the narrative of my research.
Science and journalism are, for me, inherently much the same process. It's the process of wonder. It's the process of a 7-year-old rolling a rock over a stream to see what's underneath it, you know, tipping over the log to dig out the salamander and the bug to see what's going on. It's that exploration and that sense of wonder that make both endeavors work. I think that as journalists tell science stories, they need to capture or recapture that sense of wonder and find the human in it. Science is an inherently human endeavor. All of our explorations, internal and external, are inherently human. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're curious species.